So I'm taking a break, y'all. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break. My little yeah just called me and was like, yo, you need to come out here because you've been going hard for the last couple of days. You need to take a break. And at first I was like, nah, I'm good. I need to get this done. But then I thought about my healing book that I created for myself and for you so that we could heal softly and what it says about rest. And that's in chapter 11. It's called Rest and Resistance. And before I read that, let me just say, I just realized that my table of contents in the book does not match with the book. So I'm going to have to revise that, and that's okay. You can still purchase the book. It's still necessary. You still need to read it. So let me just tell you what it says in the beginning of chapter 11 without giving you the whole chapter because the book isn't but so big. Chapter 11, Rest as Resistance. In a culture that glorifies grind, hustle, and being booked and busy, choosing rest can feel radical. But rest isn't laziness, it's liberation. It's a refusal to burn yourself out to be worthy. It's an act of healing, of reclaiming your time, body, and peace. Soft power says, I don't have to earn rest. I deserve it because I am human. So when I read that to myself, because I'm still reading the guide for myself, because I'm still on my healing journey, we done been through too much to say, oh, we done healed in 24 hours. No, it's as much time as it took for you to go through the pain, it's going to take probably as much time as to heal from the pain that you went through. So I'm still on my healing journey. And then I thought about Jesus, well, God. I thought about God. And I said, well, God created the world, the heavens and the earth, and he still rested. I love when we do the back and forth staring matches because I don't know what else I can say besides that. God rested and he created everything. The grass, the trees, the flowers, the buildings, the wood, the desks, the computers. He created everything. The person that made the computers, the person that made the desk, the person that made the couch. He is the creator and he still rested. So that right there lets you know that it is okay to rest. You need rest. I started to experience burnout, and I know I started to experience burnout because last night I was in the bed by 9 o'clock. Sleep. Knocked out. So this is just to tell you it's okay to rest. Just because you're resting does not mean you're stopping. Just because you're resting does not mean you're not going to meet your goal, especially when you're ahead of schedule. Just because you're resting does not mean that your goal is going to be isn't going to be accomplished. Just because you're resting, it does not mean that you're failing. How can rest equal failure? We be so hard on ourselves about things that are necessary in life. Because burnout is real. Half of the people that's taking these medications, these psych meds, it ain't because they experience some mental illness. It's because they're stressed out from life. They burnt out from life. And no one is sitting down telling them the real deal about what's going on with them mentally. Because they're not even being honest themselves about what's going on with them mentally. You just tired, baby. You just tired, stressed out, and burned out. Them kids got you running racket all over the place. But there's going to come a time in your life, and I'm at that time of my life, when you're going to be an empty nester, and it's just going to be you and the rest of your life to enjoy. Who wants to be in their 40s and 50s and 60s still experiencing burnout from stuff that you can control? I don't. And I don't want you to neither. So this is why I wrote the Soft Power Gentle Guide to Healing book. It's available on Amazon for us to heal ourselves. I'm looking for the book so I can show you the title again. For us to heal from ourselves. This is what it looks like. I wrote that for us to heal. It's time for us to heal. We're tired of being broken. That's the definition of broke. Your spirit. your emotions. You're emotionally tired. It's okay. We can get it back together. But the first thing you need to do is rest. Today is what would be considered the Sabbath because it's a Saturday. We ain't supposed to be working on the Sabbath anyway. We're supposed to be enjoying ourselves. Life is meant to be enjoyed. It ain't always about the grind and the hustle. Because you can grind and hustle and have $1 million and still feel like you broke. Because that ain't got nothing to do with money. I told y'all that before. So this message is to all of my people that is grinding, and we're grinding, and we're in this locked in season, and we're in this locked in mode. Don't forget the rest. Don't burn yourself out. Locked in does not equal burnout. Locked in just means focused. But how can you be focused if your brain isn't rested? Think about that one for a minute and come back to me and tell me what you think.